So there's this really beautiful golden hour sunlight behind me that I think would be perfect for the cover art, but it's fading so fast, so I really need to move quickly. Okay, I think this is gonna look cool. I'm not nearly far enough down. Okay, so I found a location that's going to work much better than yesterday. It's a flat, barren landscape. And the sun is much higher in the sky than it was yesterday, which is going to make it a lot more easy to frame the shots of the sun that actually like shining like at my chest and not like at my legs. And after many failed attempts, I finally got one that I liked. So it turns out that photo cover art does not perform well on Spotify at all, which means that I've spent the last 2 days and about the last 2 hours designing this, only to find out that it's not going to work anyway. I'm way too committed to just give up though, so I actually took the time to do my research to figure out what makes a good piece of cover art for a podcast on Spotify, what performs well, and I've spent, I'd say, 2 hours designing this, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm actually really happy that I changed it because I think it looks 10 times better. Also, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Jude. I plan to start a business and document everything on this channel. If that sounds fun, you can stick around. So the reason I'm changing my podcast is because when I made the decision to take making content seriously, I had to look at my podcast and I realized that I was really falling short there. It originally started as me just making videos, and then somebody suggested that I could turn it into a podcast because it was a good format for podcasts, and I did, and I released my first episode with a guest, mind you, and I honestly don't know what I was thinking 3 months ago when I started it, because I called it Young Mastermind. Excuse me. Anyway, I changed the name to Still Thinking, which I think captures the idea of the podcast a lot better, of continually improving your ideas, your thoughts, and yourself, which is what the podcast is in essence all about. But I didn't just want to change the name of the podcast, I want to change everything about it. That's why I spent so long designing the cover art for it. It wasn't just a 5-minute job on Canva. I also want to improve the color grading, the lighting, the sound quality, all of which I have actually worked really hard to improve in the past couple of weeks. And also the topics and the speech and the clarity from me, I think would also enhance it a lot. If I can improve in my communication, that would make it sound 10 times better. I just want to make it look as professional, as polished as possible so that people actually take it seriously. I even made these little watermark thingies. I don't know, I think they look cool, and I really like them. I think they really add to the feeling of professionalism. And all of the stuff that you've seen, by the way, was all handmade by me. I hand designed all of the cover art, I hand animated every aspect of the little watermarks, and it took me a while. It's taken me a long time. But the next step is the big monster that I have to tackle, and I really don't want to, is actually lighting this. I decided that I want to attempt to cinematically light this storage cupboard with 3 of these tiny LEDs. Because I hate myself. Right, I have to somehow figure out how to make this look good. This here, you can see more of my face. This is what the setup could potentially look like. So it's at 1% now. What if I turn it up to like, okay, this is 5%. I don't know how good it's gonna be. I think it's a lot better because you can see a lot more of my face. This is what you're gonna get. It's gonna be a lot more well lit on this side. Unfortunately, you can see a lot of the wall, which is not ideal. I know this is gonna make a cool story that when I started my podcast, I was in a storage cupboard that I couldn't stand up in, and that my lights were £20 LEDs off Amazon, and made out of a Rice Krispie box. But it sucks to be living it right now. Okay, so I think I figured out the basic framing and lighting for this room. I just need to figure out a way to make it look pretty. Like, I need to cover up all of these storage boxes here, and I need to cover up all these boxes here. But it's looking pretty good so far. I think I've got good placement. I think it needs some additional decoration. How about a little plant? Hello, and welcome to Still Thinking. I love this. I think I've done such a good job with what I'm working with. I love the way that this has all come together. I think it looks really, really good. So let me give you the tour. Okay. Welcome to my studio. This is what I'm working with. This is what it looks like from my perspective. I sit here on this stool with a cushion on it because it gets sore after sitting there for like more than 2 minutes. My wonderful plant. I have more of these so I can change them out every time I record a new podcast, which adds some variety. My very, very professional lamp here, which is definitely not made out of a protein bottle. I have my DJI mic here to record audio to send it to that camera, the main one, as a backup, and also for syncing the audio between recorder here to that camera there. This here is my secondary camera. This is my Canon. It's the first camera I ever got, and it's more punched in, which is why I use it as my secondary camera. This here is my very directional light, so it just hits my face. That's what these cones here, or these channels here, or whatever you would call them, little holes do. They direct the light in one direction so that it hits just my face and like not the wall. This here light is obviously used for lighting up my face and also other parts of the room, so the footage does not look really, really grainy. These boxes have all been covered up with black blankets and pillowcases and whatnot, just to make them look a little bit more presentable. This here is my king size bed sheet. I bought this specifically for this room, and it's hiding all of these boxes over here. It's held up by a really, really old tripod and my tripod that broke, and that's also like pinned down there. But this is my setup. This is what it looks like from my perspective when I'm recording. I have my microphone here, which is being fed into this recorder. I have my main camera here, my Sony. I have my secondary camera here, my Canon. My main light, which hits my face, it's very directional. And I have my soft light, or my lamp, which is lighting my room and the other side of my face. And of course my little plant, which just adds additional interest into the scene, and I'll change it out every time so that it can be a nice little thing for people to look for when I'm recording. So that's it, done. The only thing I've really left to do is just to run a power cable around the whole room so I can keep all my lights, cameras and recorders charged while I'm recording, so I don't have to stop and change batteries and stuff. But apart from that, everything is pretty much done. This video took me a long time to make, so if you enjoyed it, consider leaving an interaction. It's like tipping, but free. I'm really glad that I put as much effort into this as I did, because I think it was well worth it, and I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments if you thought so too. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and the first Still Thinking episode will be available very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Alright, thanks very much. I will see you next time. Bye!